Oh, welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading from the 20th to the 31st of January. This is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. So Virgo, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge, Virgo, is the Death. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so your biggest challenge, Virgo, has a lot to do with the Death card. I do feel like something is changing or transforming in your life, and we're going to see why it's challenging for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Star, and the Nine of Cups. So I feel in the recent past, there was some sort of brand new beginning that you had, a new endeavor that you started to move towards, and it looks like it led to a lot of satisfaction and happiness. The Star is here as well too. So this new direction or new situation that you embarked on could have had a lot to do with your healing process, and it could have had a lot to do with you planning for the future. Okay, and we're going to clarify this and find out more for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Six of Pentacles, and you have the Queen of Wands. So in the present moment, there is a huge opportunity that's coming into your life, okay? And a lot of you may not see this new opportunity, or you may not be connected to this new opportunity because you may be still worried about something here that is coming to an end, okay? And I feel like this new beginning has a lot to do with either you or someone that you're dealing with. We're going to find out more about this opportunity and this situation that's a part of your destiny. We're going to clarify and find out more in a moment. So in the near future, you have the Seven of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups, and you have the Moon, okay? In the near future, I feel like you need to be careful, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. The Seven of Swords and the Moon here is telling me that something here isn't clear. Something here that may be deceptive or may not be in your best interest may be hidden from you, and it may have a lot to do with someone that you're dealing with, okay? Because I see two court cards here, actually three court cards, and there is a major arcana here. Lots of three major arcanas in your reading, okay? So there's something here that is changing, closing out. There's signs, there's synchronicities that are warning you, okay? And we're going to talk more about that. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Hierophant in reverse. Something that you once were very committed to, something that once made you very happy is no longer making you happy. And as a result of that, you are choosing to disconnect from it. However, it's been very hard for you to move on from this situation with the Chariot in reverse. And underneath that, a lot of major arcanas, okay? So these are like warnings that are coming in for you. You have the Judgment as well in reverse, and the World in reverse. So it's very clear that something here that you know needs to end. Someone here keeps coming back. Somebody keeps coming back, okay? Like a lover that you ended breaking things off with or disconnect. They end up trying to come back, okay? So let's get into your reading and let's see what's going on. Let's clarify your challenge. So the Death is clarified by the Devil. You have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with... Your challenge has a lot to do with not ignoring things, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you, Virgo. There's something here that you're ignoring or you're not paying attention to. Okay, so there's this fantasy, there's this illusion, okay, and you know something here is toxic, you know something here isn't healthy, but you're turning a blind eye to it, okay? A lot of you have either you are Leo in Vedic, okay, or you could have some sort of planets very strongly in Leo, okay, because you're coming in as the Queen of Wands, excuse me. You're coming in as the Queen of Wands, right? So the Page of Swords here is talking about you analyzing something here that's been toxic. And there's signs and synchronicities that are coming in to show you that this situation that you are not paying attention to, that you will pay attention to after you hear this reading, is changing and transforming. Okay? So as I was getting into your reading, I started having issues with my throat. So this could be something that you're having a hard time communicating about. It could also be a hard time someone is trying to communicate to you. So something here is right in your face. It's unhealthy. It's not good. It's toxic. But you're like, oh, that's fine. Everything's fine. Okay? So there's something here you need to pay attention to because it is closing out. It is changing. It's transforming. And that's going to be your biggest challenge, okay? So let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Something here looked like it could have led to a lot of success here in the past, okay? Something new that you started. It looked good. It could have had a lot to do with someone that came into your life in the past. However, there was a lot of confusions, you know, a part of this situation in the past. There was tons of confusion, or somebody here kept their options open, but it still felt in the past that it was going to lead to a lot of satisfaction, happiness. There was almost this energy of like, ooh, we're going to have a great future together. Everything's going to be great. And you felt very satisfied here in the past. But one thing that you didn't realize was that the Seven of Cups was there. Pure illusion. And what I'm getting in the present, like in your reading in general, is someone here, and I feel like this is you. There's something here about you being in this illusion, like everything's fine, everything's great, but you're not seeing something for what it is. And that's where it started in the past. Tell me more about the Nine of Cups, Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you were single in the past and someone came into your life and they're like, hey, we can work together. We can come together. We can have this happen. There's a huge promise here in the past. And you could have been single or on your own and you could have been doing perfectly fine on your own. But somebody came in and saw an opportunity with you. And that's how I feel everything started here in the past. Now, in the present moment, you're giving to a situation. You're giving to it. It looks positive. It looks great. It looks like it's going to lead to something great for you. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles in the present moment for Virgo. Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. So in the present moment, you don't know if you should continue giving to the situation. You don't know if you should just abandon it and have a new beginning on your own. Okay, so there's a bit of this seesawing energy. It's like, should I continue to give to this? I feel like someone here in the present moment is just taking and taking and taking from you and taking, and it's kind of putting you in this place of like, is this worth it? Is it worth my time? Is it worth my energy? Tell me more about the Queen of Wands. What's the important message for Virgo in the present moment? Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Some of you are fed up in the present moment, but you're not saying anything about it. Okay. Some of you are fed up. If you look at this picture of the Queen of Wands, she kind of looks tired, right? She's like, and she has her hands across her chest and she's kind of protecting herself. So I feel like this is you in the present moment. And like I said, you could have a rising Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or you can have a fire sign that's a moon, okay? Or you have fire energy somewhere strong in your chart. You're giving to a situation, but it's making you feel like the situation's become difficult, okay? So I feel like in the present moment, the signs and synchronicities that are showing up in your life are showing you what is worth your time and what's not worth your time. And that is why, for many of you, there is a huge opportunity that's coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. But you see, right, like, you know, at the bottom here, you see this woman, she's like in her bed with her baby. And then there's this man and he's like by her bed, and it's kind of weird. It's a weird energy, right? It's like you have two options here. You can choose to entertain something that's beneath you, or you can choose to entertain what's above you. And that's what I feel like is happening right now, because you're giving to something. But either the situation's not giving back to you and there's a lack of value there, or you feel like you're constantly giving to something and it's just leaving you feeling isolated, alone anyways. So there may be a lesson here in the present moment that you need to be careful who you're giving to. And if you're giving to a situation that's not giving back to you, and I talked about this on my channel at the beginning of the year, okay? Because that was the energy moving in from 2022 to 2023, that people, especially now in this time, there's a lot of leeches. Everybody wants to leech and pull and take, and they don't want to give back. And that's not how spirituality works, okay? There needs to be a balance, okay? And what's also very interesting is that the South and North Node are moving into, in Western astrology, they're moving into Libra and Aries. And the South Node is going to be in Libra. So a lot of relationships that are not balanced, that are not giving us that balanced energy, are going to eventually come to an end. And that's what I feel like your reading is about. Has a lot to do with determining whether or not something here that does seem a very toxic is going to continue. And you can ignore it, right? You can ignore it. You can go on YouTube and listen to all the tarot readers that are going to tell you that this is amazing and it's great. But let's be realistic here. Let's live in reality. Let's not live in this fantasy, this hocus pocus fantasy, because it just leads to pain, right? I'd rather be honest with you, show you what it is and say, look, this is what it is. You can ignore it, or you can see what it really is. Okay, so that's what I feel is happening in the present moment. So what is this opportunity that's coming in for you with the Wheel of Fortune? You have the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. You have an opportunity to still work on yourself, okay? A lot of you may watch this and say, I've been working on myself. I want to move on from that. Well, you don't determine when working on yourself ends. Okay, working on yourself is a continuous journey. I feel like in the present moment, even though something here is causing pain, there is an opportunity for you to have a new beginning, but you need to determine if this is the type of new beginning that you want to have. Okay, because whatever tone you are setting right now in the present moment, whatever you're setting now is going to be the tone moving forward. And that's why in the near future, something here happens where there's deception involved and you're not aware of it. Okay, so this is a warning. The Moon and the Seven of Swords is not a great energy. Okay, I'm just going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat the reading and pretend like everything's fine. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So what's hidden from you in the near future with the Moon? This has a lot to do with someone that you're dealing with, a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or someone who has this water energy very strong in their chart. You have the Knight of Wands, the Judgment, and the King of Cups. Somebody here who comes across as someone who wants to give love and wants to be there is really a charlatan. Okay, I'm just going to keep it real. The Knight of Wands, you're going to realize that somebody here is hiding the real, true essence of who they are. And that's why it leads to the Seven of Swords energy, because someone here is interested in money. If you have money, be very careful. Somebody here wants to have a relationship because they know that they can get something out of this situation, and that's why they want this with you. Ten of Cups, the Star, and the Four of Wands is what's clarifying the Seven of Swords. Okay, so this is just a warning reading. Some of you may choose to not commit yourself to this person, and that's why the Hierophant is here in reverse with the Sun in reverse and the Chariot in reverse and the Judgment. You haven't realized this yet. Judgment is in reverse, but over time you will realize it. Okay, so let's get some advice. What is the advice? Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, Six of Cups. Something from your past, you didn't learn the lesson and it's repeating again. Something that happened in the past is repeating again. Your biggest piece of advice is to learn from the past so that you don't repeat the same mistakes. Okay, Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Virgo, you don't determine when you can move forward, okay? I know it seems like that. I know it seems like, oh, but I healed from that. I got over it. Now it's time for me to, no. You're going to continue to be tested. That is life, okay? Anybody who tells you, oh, that's not true. Life is great. Life is amazing. Amazing things are coming in. Your year is going to be great. Everything's going to be amazing. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. Okay, everybody wants to come online, they want to do tarot, and they want to just talk positive. They don't want to talk about the things that are hidden and the things that are actually causing issues that need to be confronted. And that's what I do on this channel. I don't waste time, okay? So your biggest piece of advice here is to heal from something that affected you in the past. Don't turn a blind eye to it. If you see the Eight of Swords, this person has a blindfold on their face and they're just like, oh, whatever, I'm going to pretend like it's not happening. But until the pain comes in and something happens that you chose to ignore, it just repeats itself. It's like a repeating cycle. Okay, so your biggest piece of advice is to learn from the past so that you don't get hurt again and repeat the same mistake. Okay, so Virgo, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.